question number 2. Derive the normal equations. Derive the normal equations of a second degree parabola or second degree equation. Derive the normal equations of a second degree parabola or second degree equation. Okay, na? So write down solution. Let y equal to a plus bx plus cx square. Let y equal to a plus bx plus cx square. Equation number 1. Equation number 1. Let y equal to a plus bx plus cx square. Equation number 1 to a set of n pairs of observations, same as it is previous derivation, to a set of n pairs of observations, x1 y1 comma x2 y2 so on xn yn. N pairs of observations x1 y1 x2 y2 so on xn yn. Okay. Next line is also same. Yesterday I have told what which principle you have to use. Principle of least squares you have to use. Right on. Next line. Now the problem is to find out the best fit. Now the problem is to find the best fit. FIT fit. Best fit of a second degree parabola by using principle of least squares. Okay, so you are using principle of least square again. So next step, what is the next step? You have to identify the E value. So E means, what is the E? E means the error sum of squares of the residual of y. Right on. Next line. The error sum of squares, SUM sum. The error sum of squares of the residual. The error sum of squares of the residual of y is given by. Next time, error residual is denoted by E. So E equal to, yesterday I have told the formula. What is the E formula? E formula is summation I equal to 1 to n, y minus f of x whole square. This is the general formula for all the curve fitting curves. Okay, so for all the curves, this is the general formula. Yesterday, in place of f of x, what you have taken? You have taken straight line. That means a plus bx you have taken. Now, in place of f of x, what you have to take? A plus bx plus cx square. So, therefore, E equal to, what is the formula? Summation I equal to 1 to n. Y minus of, what is f of x now? F of x is a plus bx plus cx square. So this is whole square is there, so whole square. Okay, so E equal to y minus f of x is nothing but a plus bx plus cx square. Total whole square. So same concept. Principle of least squares means E should be minimized or maximized. E should be minimized. Okay, so write in the next line. E should be minimized. Next line. E should be capital E. E should be minimized. For the best possible values of. E should be minimized for the best possible values of. What are the possible values here? A, B, and C. Right now. Best possible values of A, B, and C. Okay, now all of you know E. Next, what is the next principle you have to use? You have to use the principle of maxima and minima. Right now, next line. From the principle of maxima and minima, the partial derivatives, the partial derivatives, the partial derivatives of E, capital E, the partial derivatives of E, capital E, with respect to the constants. What are the constants here? With respect to the constants A, B, and C. A, B, and C. With respect to the constants A, B, and C must be vanished. Must be vanished. VANISHED. Vanished means equivalent to 0. Must be vanished separately. 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 What is the meaning of that sentence? That is dou E by dou A equal to dou E by dou A equal to 0, comma dou E by dou B equal to 0, and dou E by dou C equal to 0, because three constants are there. So with respect to the constant, you have to partial differentiate E. That means how many normal equations you will get now? Three normal equations you will get. So write down, that is dou E by dou A equal to 0, dou E by dou B equal to 0, dou E by dou C equal to 0. Yesterday you have solved dou E by dou A and dou E by dou B. So now you have to solve dou E by dou C also, because three constants are there. So expression is, this is nothing but E value. So E formula is this one. So at a time I cannot consider both. So I will take step by step. So first what you will consider? You will consider dou E by dou A equal to 0. Right now, next line. Next line, consider. Next line, consider dou E by dou A equal to 0. Consider dou E by dou A equal to 0. Consider dou E by dou A equal to 0. Consider dou E by dou A equal to 0. So this implies dou E by dou A equal to 0 means what is that? Dou by dou A, dou by dou A. Okay, and then E means this is the total value. This is the total value of E. So what is that E value? Summation I equal to 1 to N. Just as it is, you can copy y minus of A plus, otherwise you can write A plus BX plus CX square whole square is equivalent to 0. Is equal to 0. Just as it is, substitution of E. This is E function. So I have substituted the E value here. And with respect to A, you have to partial differentiate. So yesterday I have told x power n partial differentiation is n into x power n minus 1. The same concept. N into means this one. Summation is a constant that should be separated. That means what you will get, summation I equal to 1 to n is a constant that should be separated. Then x power n, assume this is x power n. X power n formula is n into. N into means 2 into x means this total value. What is that value? Y minus minus cx square is there. So multiply with minus, then automatically 2 minus 1. N minus Yeah, I think you are able to hear me now. So wherever A is there, that term exists. Wherever A is there, partial differentiation exists. Wherever A is not there, partial differentiation does not exist. Partial differentiation does not exist. So now see. So if you observe here A is not there. This is the constant. So constant partial differentiation is 0. So here also bx means A is not there. That means partial constant partial differentiation with respect to A is 0. Cx square partial differentiation with respect to A is 0. So that means only A term exists. A term exists means partial differentiation with respect to A is 1. 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. So that means what you will get? You will get minus 1 is equivalent to 0. Yesterday you have done The same concept. With respect to A means you will get -1. With respect to B means you will get -x. Yesterday already I have done the straight line, the same thing. Okay. So now you can simplify. So how will you simplify? Y terms one side, remaining terms one side. That means first 2 into -1. 2 into -1 is -2. Send that -2 that side. 0 by anything is 0. So that means obviously what you will get. So this is nothing but what you will get. This implies summation I equal to 1 to n. Summation I equal to 1 to n. The remaining term, what is the remaining term? Y minus a minus bx minus cx square whole power 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 means 1. Okay, so already this -2 is sent that side, so automatically we get equivalent to 0. Now multiply and then separate the y terms as well as x terms. Okay, so that implies what you will get. This implies multiply with the summation. That means what you will get, summation y minus summation a minus summation bx minus summation cx square is equivalent to 0. Now separate the y terms. Y is not here, so y is not there means you can send these three terms that side. So minus becomes plus. So that means finally what you will get, summation y equal to if you send this term, minus becomes plus. A is a constant. How many times it is there? I equal to 1 to n. That means n times. N times means what is the value? Na. Plus b is a constant, so b summation x. Plus, minus becomes plus. C is a constant, c summation x square. So this is the first normal equation you are getting. Equation number 2. That is the first normal equation you are getting. So dou E by dou A, if you simplify, what is the first normal equations of a second degree equation? Summation y equal to Na plus b summation x square plus b summation x plus c summation x square. B summation x plus c summation x square. Okay, I hope all of you understood the same derivation. Only difference is A, B, C are there. That is the only difference. Okay. Dou E by dou A is completed. Next, what you have to do? Dou E by dou B equal to 0. Right. Next line. Consider dou E by dou B equal to 0. Consider dou E by dou B equal to 0. 0 means what? Dou B. E formula is this one. This is the E formula is equivalent to 0. E formula is equivalent to 0. Okay. Now see this one. So same concept. X power n partial differentiation is 2 into. 2 into means summation is a constant. Summation I equal to 1 to n. 2 into x power n minus 1. X power n minus 1. X power n minus 1 means the same values you will get. Now the only difference is now with respect to b or partial differentiation. That means wherever b is there, b term exists. Remaining terms treated as constant partial differentiation is 0. So that means here b is not there. This is a constant. Partial differentiation is 0. Here also b is not there. Partial differentiation is 0. Here also b is not there. Partial differentiation is 0. Only this term exists. What is this term? Bx. So bx with respect to x, b means what is that? 1. 1 into this x into minus 1. That means what you will get? Minus x you will get. Because b coefficient is minus x. With respect to b or partial differentiation, minus bx means you will get minus x. That is the only difference. Okay. Now again 2 into this minus 1. X can be written as this minus x can be written as x into minus 1. So that means 2 into minus 1. Same yesterday we have done. 2 into minus 1 minus 2. Send that minus to that side. Automatically we will get 0. So that means what is the remaining term? Summation I equal to 1 to n. Y minus a minus bx minus cx square into, now you will get only x here, not minus x, because you have sent that minus to that side. So only you will get x here. Only you will get x. Now multiply these terms and separate the y terms as well as x terms. The same concept. So now I will multiply now here. That means what you will get? This implies okay, summation xy, that is the first term, minus summation ax minus ax. That means what you will get? Minus summation ax Next, minus summation bx into x. So that means minus summation bx square. Last term, what is the last term? Minus summation cx square into x. That means cx cube. Cx cube is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Now separate the y terms as well as x terms. Now y terms means only one term it is there, consists of y. Remaining you don't have y terms. So send all these terms to that side and write down the equation. That means what you will get, this implies summation xy equal to a is a constant, minus becomes plus, a is a constant, so a summation x, minus becomes plus, b is a constant, b summation x square, minus becomes plus, summation c is a constant, c summation x cube is equivalent to 0. This is equation number 3. Equation number 3. Equation number 3. That means if you do dou e by dou b equal to 0, you are getting summation xy equal to a summation x plus b summation x square plus c summation x cube plus c summation x cube. I hope all of you understood up to this. Up to this it is clear. Everyone, any doubt? Up to this it is okay? Please respond in the chat group. If say yes, I will continue last one. Dou e by dou c. Yeah. So right. So that's why straight line is important. If you know the straight line, automatically you can do any derivation. Remaining derivations you can do. Okay. So last one. What is the last one? Last one you will get one more normal equation. What is the last one? Dou e by dou c equal to 0. Right. Next. Same. Consider you're in YouTube and you can start writing. Okay. So by dou c equal to 0. Consider dou e by dou c equal to 0. Just I will change here only because E formula is same. E formula is same. So what you will get, dou by dou c, dou by dou c. E means the same thing. What is E? E means summation I equal to 1 to n whole square is equivalent to 0. Now same summation I equal to 1 to n 2 into x power n minus 1 and 2 minus 1. Now only this term changes. Only this term changes here. Now with respect to C you are doing, with respect to C or partial differentiation. So wherever C is there, that term exists. Wherever C is not there, that is a constant partial differentiation is 0. Now C is not here. So it is a constant, partial differentiation is 0. So here also C is not there, partial differentiation is 0. Here also Bx, C is not there, partial differentiation is 0. Now here exists, C exists. So with respect to C, Cx square value is x square. So that means minus is there. So what is the coefficient value you will get? Minus x square. Minus x square. With respect to A means minus 1 you will get. With respect to B means minus x you will get. With respect to C means minus x square. That is the only difference. With respect to A means minus 1. With respect to B means minus x. With respect to C means minus x square. That is the only difference. The remaining procedure is same. 2 into minus x square means minus x square into minus 1 you can write. So that means 2 into minus 1. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Send that minus to that side, you will get 0. So the remaining term summation I equal to 1 to n y minus a minus bx minus cx square. Now you will get x square. In place of x, you will get x square. Minus you won't get. Why? What is the reason? 2 into this minus 1 already have sent that side. So only term exists x square. Okay. Only x square exists. Now again multiply. Multiply means what you will get? Summation I equal to 1 to n y x square. That means x square y. X square y you will get. Okay. And then second term minus a summation. That means summation minus a into x square. Third term summation. The minus summation bx cube minus summation cx power 4. 1 power will increase. That is the only thing. Okay. So that means what is that? Send the remaining terms that side, y terms one side. So y term means only y term exists in the first term. Remaining terms y is not there. You can send the values to the other side. That means what you will get? Summation x square y. Summation x square y is equal to a summation x square, b summation x cube, c summation x power 4. Equation number 4. Equation number 4. Okay. Equation number 4. That means how many normal equations I got? How many normal equations I got? 3 normal equations. So yesterday, how many normal equations you got? Only 2 normal equations. If you solve those equations, you are getting A and B value there. Now, how many normal equations you are getting? 3 normal equations. So that means 2, 3, 4 are called normal equations to equation 1. If you solve these 3 equations, how will you solve? 1, 2 you will solve or 1, 3? 1, 2, or 2, 3, your wish. If you solve, you will get 2 more equations. If you solve those equations, you will get the A value, B value, and C value. So if you got 3 equations, so you can solve 1, 2, or 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, otherwise 1, 2, 2, 3. So then you will get 2 more equations. After solving the equations, you will get the constant values A, B, and C. While discussing problems, you can better understood. So I think all of you understood how many normal equations of a second degree equation. These normal equations are important for practicals. For practicals, you have to remember these normal equations. Okay. So, right. I think all of you understood up to this. Right. Next line. Equations 2, 3, and 4. Equations 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. Equations 2, 3, and 4 is called normal equations. Is called normal equations to equation 1. Equations 2, 3, and 4 are called normal equations to equation 1. Same sentence as it is. Equations 2, 3, and 4 are called normal equations to equation 1. Full stop. Continuation. After solving these normal equations, we get the estimated values. After solving these normal equations, we get the estimated values of A, B, and C. A, B, and C are ARER. A, B, and C are A crown, comma B crown, and C crown respectively. A crown, B crown, and C crown respectively. A crown, comma B crown, and C crown. That means estimated means whatever constant value you got. Suppose A value 5, B value is 6, C crown value is 7. Okay, right. Second degree equation. Okay, y equal to A crown plus B crown x plus C crown x square. So this is the straight line equation. So derive the normal of normal equations of second degree parabola. Second degree parabola means, so how many normal equations you will get? 3 normal equations you will get. The same procedure. Straight line is the main procedure. If you understood the straight line, so one more constant. That means C is added here. Second degree parabola. Yesterday we have done only 2 constants, A and B. That's those normal equations, you are getting a straight line there. So in this today we have discussed second degree parabola. So second degree parabola means 3 constants will be there. That means if you solve those 3 equations, 3 normal equations you will get. If you solve those 3 normal equations, you will get A, B, C values are A crown, B crown, and C crown respectively. So therefore the required second degree parabola is y equal to A crown x, A crown plus B crown x plus C crown x square. I hope all of you understood. So is it okay? Is it clear? This particular derivation? Please respond. You understood, all of you? Say yes or no? Yes. So what you have to do, first I have given the syllabus to you. So first page will be syllabus. Second page, I have not sent practical list, I think. So today I will send the practical list, and then curve fitting 2 definitions I have told. Curve fitting definition and principle of least squares. That you have to write in unit 1, chapter 1 curve fitting. Under curve fitting, definition of curve fitting, and then principle of least square definition. Today I will send those 2 topics, and then the first derivation, straight line, already I have done. The second derivation is second degree parabola. So total how many derivations are there? 5 derivations are there. First I will try to finish out all the derivations. Per day 1 derivation I will finish out, and after that we will discuss the problems. Okay. So I hope you understood today's class. So I will upload this video in YouTube. If you want, you can go through once. Okay, then you can understand. So today I will send a list of practicals, and then curve fitting definition and principle of least square. Those definitions I will send today to you. Okay. I hope all of you understood. So again, tomorrow same time, I think 11:30. Every day timing is 11:30. So please join 2 minutes before. Okay. Right. Thank you.